So yeah, basically what I'm doing here, first of all, just jump into my lead vocal here. Um, oh sweet, welcome guys. Yeah, so the first thing I'm doing on any kind of vocal chain is I want to have my tuning on the top two inserts. And what I do is I have my Melodyne plug in here where I'm manually tuning my vocal uh, just to keep it very organic. And this is something that we did at the music label at Elevation Worship for literally all the songs. Um, but you're just making it as exact as possible without sounding tuned, right? So you want to really go hand by hand and spend a lot of time on this, like literally every single note. There's a process we teach to do this quickly, right? Where you can just instantly scan this into Logic Pro. A lot of people don't know how to do that, but there's a way to do that. Um, and then the second insert I have here is auto tune, or specifically, this is Waves Tune Real Time. It comes with the Waves Creative subscription. So you can do that subscription. I recommend that in my mentorship because I give everyone a template, right? A mixing template, and I want it to be very uniform for every student. So they just load up the template, which is also the same one I'm showing you. This is what every student gets. Um, yeah, it just kind of makes sense for everyone. So this is the auto tune plugin. That's the second insert. And what it's doing is it's like very lightly auto tuning anything I may have missed in the Melodyne. And you technically don't even need to use that, but I'm just used to tuning, songs with, I don't know, like 20 vocals in it that are like 12 minutes long. If you have any idea or familiar with like live worship, that type of setting, some of those songs can be quite long. So you want to utilize auto tune on all of your background vocals, especially. And I use an 80/20 rule where essentially I do 80% specific auto tune on the main vocal or more, and 20% auto tune in terms of like intensity and focus. And then it's just the opposite of that for background vocals. So for background vocals, like all of these guys, I'm utilizing like 80% to 100 for auto tune because I don't want to spend, my entire day like tuning all of these vocals, right? That's just, especially if, as long as the performance is good, obviously, and you spend time at the source, which is what we recommend, you can just really utilize more so auto tune for background vocals and then do something called spot tuning. If there's something like a note in here that Melodyne, that auto tune isn't catching, you can just quickly scan it and then tune that one note with Melodyne instead of just Melodyning all of these guys. So that's a tip that'll really save you a ton of time. For some songs though, like to be honest, like I'm not even maybe using autotune on my main vocal, right? Like if it's a folk song that's kind of raw and organic, I would probably just have this muted. Oop, I deleted that. Didn't mean to do that. But I would remove that or bypass it, and then just fully use Melodyne. So let me pull that back. Whoops. Yeah, so then moving through this guy. Welcome if you just joined. Thanks for jumping on. Hey Anna, welcome. What's up, Jason? So yeah, we're just going through my vocal chain here. We touched on Melodyne on the first insert of the vocal chain, auto tune, any kind of version of auto tune, like whether it's Waves Tune or the OG actual auto tune that they have there. You could get a you can get a subscription as well if you want to get that. But yeah, those are on the first two inserts. And let me make sure I didn't miss a comment here. The chat. Okay, cool. So yeah, then the third insert here, this guy is more optional, but I have a what's called a modeling microphone where it models different expensive microphones. And it's right here actually. It's the Slate modeling mic. Boom. You can barely see it, sorry. But it's back there. And I record my vocals on that and not the SM7DB. You can use the SM7B, but this mic's a little more high level for vocals. And so I'm just using this to model the microphone sound and then a little saturation after it. Uh, Again, if you don't have that microphone, you wouldn't even have that on the insert, obviously. So then we're going into EQ here. So then I'm EQing my vocal, right? And I'm just let me play it again here. So I'm just doing some light EQ um, with this F6 RTA plugin that comes with Waves. This is a great plugin if you don't want to shell out hundreds of dollars for the Fab EQ. I'm sure if you guys have been kind of in production in the production world, you've probably seen the the Fab Filter Q3 plugin. It's just really common and really popular in the production world. Uh, and yeah, the only problem with this is, yes, it's amazing, and I would recommend you buying it, but it's pretty expensive, pretty up there. But if you did buy it, you'd probably use it literally every day. So you could look into it if you want to grab it. And normally for my own songs outside of the mentorship, I am using this plugin for EQing everything because I own it, and I just like it. But the F6 is a great alternative that you can just get with the Wave subscription for like 15 bucks a month, and then you just have this. And the reason why this is great is because you can do something called multi-band compression with it, where you basically can take one of these bands and then you can turn it into a compressor, like a little multi-band compressor, which is awesome. That's why people love the Fab Filter EQ, because it does that, right? So like you could use that. You could turn one of these bands into that multi-band compressor, and I'll get into that in a second. Um, the next plugin on my chain is a fast compressor. I use the RVox. So I'm compressing at around -6 dB. Every shade of blue. Right around -6 dB of compression. And this is called a fast compressor, which means it's just more aggressive. It's compressing at a faster rate, and it's really just bringing your vocal more forward in the mix. It's adding a bit of saturation, grittiness, and it just sounds awesome. Like this is just such a throw on your vocal chain plugin. I've used this plugin since the day I started producing and learning how to do it. It's amazing. Like I definitely recommend doing this. Another alternative to this plugin could be the LA76 compressor. That's also really common. You could use that one in place of that guy, especially for like rock music or stuff that's more intense. Um, you could use this guy, and this is really great for intense rock type music where you really need stuff like upfront and more aggressive. But I just use the RVox mostly. And then after the RVox is the CLA2A. This is called a slow compressor. So it's causing roundedness on your vocal. It's helping bring your vocal kind of like give it more of a rounded, softer kind of feel, and it's helping catch any compression that um, this guy wasn't catching, right? So you have this guy on top and this guy below it. And this compressor is like -3 dB or so. So like every shade of blue. That's like -3 compression or so. And then moving through here, this is my multi-band compressor, where, yeah, I'm compressing specific frequencies. So around 300 hertz and then 3000 or 3K. Really just using it precisely to cut out the muddiness in your vocal, and then also the harsh kind of just the harshness in your vocal as well. Those two frequencies really make a difference to cut out dynamically instead of just straight up cutting them out. I know I'm like going into a lot here, but it does make a difference to have this guy on your chain. Like if I just mute it, every shade of blue, every and turn it on. Of blue. It's just dynamically cutting out those bad frequencies that you don't want in your vocal. And so that's awesome. And then obviously a de-esser just to cut out or soften some of the S's, not cut out, but soften them. And then another precision EQ at the end of it. That's optional. And this guy added for fun. Oops, let me remove that. So that's really what I have on my vocals. For sake of time, I won't get into like the effects and stuff here that I'm doing. I'm just using, some room verb, a little bit of stereo delay, some chorus effect on the vocal, fun stuff like that. But for sake of time, I won't get into that. And yeah, if you guys have specific questions about that, you can ask. But let's jump into some Q&A questions first. Just maybe like 5-10 minutes of that, and then we'll jump into some feedback. So, did anyone have any questions at all for me? This would be related to what I showed you, or just general like gear questions, production, anything like that.
Logan, have question on vocal production. When I saw you have more than 10 backing vocals, what is like? Do we usually do that much layers of for backing vocals?
Um, it depends on the song. There's some echo. I'm gonna mute you while I talk.
Okay.
There is some. It depends on the song to answer your question, but for this guy, I really wanted there to be a cool background kind of chorus vibe for the ooze to give it that singer-songwriter bridge tag kind of feel. And so I'm just stacking them and then I'm panning them. So panning is your friend when it comes to background vocals and that kind of thing. So um yeah, really just panning them different ways. And my template, I have it built out to where I have the first stack here panning left and right. The second stack is panned a little bit, like 20% left and right there. You can see that, the panning here. And then the other stack is panned like 50% or so. And then there's another stack panned here and then another stack panned. But these guys honestly are kind of a different way of singing it. Like, I think these are more higher octave vocal. And that's actually not my vocal. What I'm doing is I am pitch shifting it up. I'm using this plugin called Little Altar Boy, and I sang the same part, right? But I use this to pitch it up into the rafters, right? So it's very high. And then you can just fade that in to the rest of your vocal stacks. Like, it's pretty cool. And you could do the opposite too. You could pitch it down. So you could do one vocal you pitch up, one vocal you pitch down. Um, if you're a female singer, that might be helpful to pitch shift your vocal down and then just pan that in your vocal stacking. Or you could just sing really low, sing a take really low. Let's see what like the first stack I think is just the same melody, just pan left and right, and then this guy that's panned really low. That's just more like my chest voice singing. So I'm thinking of different ways to sing the same thing as well and just blending that into everything. Some producers also will deal with mic placement with how they add variety. You could sing further away like this, like a foot away for certain takes, for two takes, right? And then another take that's more intimate and closer, like this. Or one take you can belt it and sing kind of rowdy, all over the place. It's just all about variety. And then when you add all of them together, you get something like this. So yeah, pretty cool, right? It all just comes together like that. So um, yeah, does that make sense?
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I muted.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. I know it's a lot, but that's just adding variety can really help with stacks. So
Great.
yeah. Anyone else? Any other questions coming up for anyone? Let's
Um,
see.
so I have like a rough setup at home and stuff,
Yeah.
and I don't have a pop filter. On a scale of like from a microphone, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it to have a pop filter if you plan on recording vocals in your home studio? My studio
Yeah.
is probably like gonna say like 20 by 20 ish.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What microphone do you have? Vocal mic.
I honestly couldn't even tell you.
That's
I
all
bought
good.
one on Amazon like 3, 4 years ago, and only just this year started really using
Okay. I mean, to answer your question, yeah, I definitely recommend getting a pop filter if you can. It's just really gonna make your vocal sound not as aggressive and poppy. It's just softening the P's is all it's doing, the p kind of thing that in my vocal. It's just softening that. And how you sing though is also super important. It's like just as important as a pop filter. Like if you're just singing like this, kissing the mic, your your audio is just not going to sound good. Um, so that also is a factor. But I would definitely just grab a pop filter. I mean, you can get one on Amazon for like $15, I think. And then the SM7B mic has this built. It's on the mic already, as you can see. So I don't use a pop filter with this mic because it already has one over it. This soft part there. So that's also something you can look into if you just want a really like standard workhorse microphone. You can look into the SM7DB specifically. That's a newer model, and that has the built-in preamp into it. It's like $500, but it goes so far. Honestly, like you could take it anywhere. You could throw it against a wall; it'll still work. Like it's a great mic. So yeah, I definitely recommend that though. Just yeah, $10 on Amazon or whatever, or Guitar Center locally. If you have a Guitar Center near you, they might have one. So yeah, man. Any other questions from anyone? Got like 5 more minutes. We can do some Q&A, and then we'll jump into some feedback. It's all good if no one has anything. Cool. Well, if no one has any other questions, how about we jump into listening to some songs? The way that we can do that is you can just drop in the chat your song, preferably like a Google Drive kind of shared file or Dropbox. Um, and yeah, you can just drop in the chat there any kind of shared file there, and then I'll play it from my end for everyone. Uh, so yeah, I see one here, and just the first people to drop it in, I'm just gonna play it in that order. So let's start just for sake of time into this one. Uh, Sweet. Yeah, let me just share my screen again so we all hear it. All right. And this song is called Ada, looks like.
Yes.
Beautiful. All right. And are you wanting primarily like production feedback or mixing feedback, or what kind of feedback do you want? Oh, I think you're muted for a sec. Say it again.
Instrument arrangement. Um, yeah, mainly on that.
Okay,
Thank you.
no problem. Okay. Let me just play it here. Might be faster if I just. Oh, it's going. There we go. Everyone can hear that, right?
Do you know
Okay.
how much I miss you? I understand how painful this was. I wish I were there by your side when you were crying with no one near. Ada, you are so dear to my heart. You know everything without words, leading me through the dark hours. You were my strong voice and my cheer. Oh, down, no Adele, the world was cruel when you were young, leaving a scar in your soul. You hide all your pain deep inside. No one knows, no one talks. Adele, how do you brace up to love, lighting up people in your life? I was the little one by your side, feeling your warm heart and helping hands. Adele, I wish you could tell me, oh, let me ease those pains in your heart. Adele, now you rest in peace in heaven, back to be an angel in the sky. And I know you will always be here.
Nice, so pretty. Oh, it's such a precious song. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. I love
Thank you.
the strings a lot. Everything. Yeah. Is that you playing piano as well?
Oh, I'm the vocalist. Uh, I'm the vocalist, and piano is played by another musician. I arranged the violin on Pro Tools. It's violin is not to record live, but I kind of felt the violin part, especially when entering. It sounds a little bit conflict to my ear, so I'm not sure if it's correct, if it's all right. Yeah.
Yeah. I would say, I mean, something you could try with the violin. It sounded good. It's as a whole, like the violin sound that you found for MIDI. It sounded great for MIDI, you know. You could just have a little more sparseness to it, like in certain sections, just cut out a little bit more so that when it does come in, it does feel more special because it kind of sounds like it's just always happening through the majority of the song. So maybe cut it out for like the first, cut it out for the verses, you know, or cut it out in verse one. I can't remember if it's in verse one, but you could cut it out there and then have it come in the first chorus and then other parts in the song. Um, Another thing too, this would be really easy because you already have MIDI happening in your song, but you could. I did hear some lower instrument string instrument happening, like a cello, for example. Like your piano is doing like a duh 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 that kind of rhythm. So having some kind of lower string instrument to follow that could be cool in the background, like on the choruses, having some kind of cello, rhythmic cello happening in the background with it. That way you have more to kind of support the violin too. So you could try that, have like a lower instrument cello, rhythmic, and then think dynamically, right? So what is like the peak moment in your song where it needs to be the most full? I always like asking that. We always want to go somewhere with their songs, like where are we taking it? So for like the final chorus, for example, what other instruments could you throw in there to kind of add to the fullness? It could be a background vocal, you know, it could be a harmony. It could be another like three string instruments instead of two, right? So have like another violin that comes in as well that follows the cello, like da 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 da, some kind of like rhythmic pizzicato kind of thing happening in that way. So you just have like that layer, that kind of fullness in like the final section. But obviously, this is more of a stripped down song too. That sounds beautiful, you know, as a more simple stripped down thing. So I'm not saying go crazy and make it orchestral or anything like or cinematic. Just like one or two more string layers, and then maybe like a vocal harmony, you know, a vocal harmony that where you harmonize with yourself on the choruses. And then I feel like the song is like good, honestly. So, of course, yeah, happy to help. Let's go to Gene. Sorry, I missed your link there. I saw you sent it. So I'll play it for Gene here. All right. And Gene, can you hear me? What kind of feedback are you wanting on this?
I think mainly like what instruments um using MIDI I can use. I can play
Okay.
the keyboard a little bit and putting some drums and stuff, but like, to fill it in like guitars and other stuff, I think sometimes it's hard for me to know
Mhm.
where to look to get those instruments since I can't really play them. And I'm new to production too, so just in general.
Okay. So you had a producer do this, or did you?
I did it. I just put it in
Oh,
GarageBand and throw in
okay.
like yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, let's give it a listen here.
Tus brazos están abiertos para mí. Me alejé de tu presencia, buscando en otras cosas poder disfrutar mi vida. Sentía que en tu casa me tenías limitado a una vida restringida, hasta que vacío me encontré, porque nada me pudo llenar. Y entonces yo determiné que a mi padre iba a regresar, mas ¿cómo voy a hacer? ¿Cómo vuelvo a casa si todo malgasté para mi placer? Le voy a decir, ser tu hijo no merezco, trátame mejor como a uno de tus siervos. Para mi sorpresa de lejos te vi, con los brazos abiertos me fuiste a recibir. Tú tienes los brazos abiertos, tú tienes los brazos abiertos para mí. Tú tienes los brazos abiertos, tú tienes los brazos abiertos para mí. Cuando me viste llegando, movido a misericordia, me abrazaste y me besaste. Te alegraste al verme sano y por haberme encontrado, una fiesta celebraste. Y ahora sé que no me dejarás, porque conozco tu corazón. Mi pecado grande puede ser, pero aún más grande es tu amor. Tú tienes los brazos abiertos, tú tienes los brazos abiertos para mí, para mí. Tú tienes los brazos abiertos, tú tienes los brazos abiertos para mí. Oh, oh, oh. Tus brazos siempre están abiertos, tus brazos siempre están abiertos para mí. Oh Dios, oh Dios. Oh. Y cuando tú me abrazaste, mi identidad firmaste, sanaste mi corazón. Ahora sé que mi pasado, mi dolor ni mi pecado pueden superar a tu amor. Tú tienes los brazos abiertos, tú tienes los brazos abiertos para mí. Oh, tu amor siempre está disponible, tu amor siempre está disponible para mí. Tu misericordia es eterna, tu misericordia es eterna para mí. Oh.
Awesome, man. Sounded great. Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you for sharing. How do you pronounce your name, by the way? I don't want to say your name wrong. Is it Jean? Jean?
John.
Jean. Okay, great. Uh, yeah, Jean, this sounds awesome. This is it, especially for being in GarageBand. That's insane. Yeah, your vocal sounds awesome. You have an amazing voice, obviously. Um, yeah, as far as like drum production and everything, there I'll give you the free option and the paid option, and you can like look at both. But um, Splice Instruments is pretty solid as far as drum MIDI drums go. GarageBand, unfortunately, is just very limited. Like you're not gonna find a professional sounding drum kit probably in there that's like something on par like to the level that you want, especially like because your vocals are amazing. So that means that your instrumental really needs to sound radio ready because your voice is too. Like that's a compliment to you. Like you have an incredible voice. So it's also going to sound kind of jarring and obvious if you have like, a dinky garage band drum set, in the background. So something you could play around with is get this free spliced instrument virtual library, I guess you call it. I'll send it in the
So,
chat there.
so
Oh, go ahead.
I recorded that one on GarageBand, but I forgot to mention I did buy the Logic Pro because I went through like your gear list.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, sweet.
I bought Logic Pro. Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah, then in Logic Pro, there are some decent drum kits in there you could play around with. You could play around with the Bluebird kit. That's a pretty decent one. Have you messed around with the session player, the drum session player AI thing yet?
I've done it in GarageBand, not in Logic Pro. I literally bought it like, last week, I think a few days
Okay.
ago. And I even like got the Waves audio essentials and
Okay.
everything. I'm planning to buy Melodyne, so I do want to, take it to the next level.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Then you could definitely play around with the session player type stuff if you create a new track, just go to session player drummer and it'll basically create different drum grooves for you and you just choose the style, the preset down here. Um Acoustic type drummer, like if you click this, you'll choose the style. And you could choose something closest to the worship genre, maybe like I don't know, roots singer-songwriter or uh something rock sounding, not hard rock, maybe like pop rock might be a good one. And start there, like start playing around with drum grooves and stuff that way. That's something you could do. Yeah, especially in the newest version of Logic, the drums are pretty decent. Like you can get away with it with doing that. Um, and you just once you create a session player drum kit, you can also go here and choose different drum kit styles, or yeah, like the Bluebird kit sounds pretty good, honestly. Like, so that's something I would do free. Or you could get Splice Instruments. It's also free. And you don't want to do this on a session player track, but you could go like uh you can create a new software instrument track and then add Splice instrument, and then you could look for there's a specific one that just sounds so good. Oh no, they're making me log in. There's a really good free kit on there you could look into. I'll try to find the name here. There we go. Just go to like search instrument up here when you download it, and then choose percussion. No, sorry, drums, and then free, organized by free, and then try vintage drums right here. And it sounds super good for a free drum kit, honestly. And so I would try that too. Like that might be even a step up from the stock Logic stuff, but try both. And then quickly the paid option I'd recommend would be for my gear list is Easy Drummer. And this is great because it has preset grooves in here that you can literally just drag and drop into your session, right? And it's a really great starting place for creativity. So you could just drag and drop different grooves and then edit the MIDI after that, after you drop it in. Like you could drop one of the MIDI files in there and then modify it and stuff. So yeah, super cool. But that's also good for people who they don't really have experience with drums themselves, because it just, I don't know, the more help you can get, the better, right? Like just having these preset grooves can really help. But then an alternative, of course, is just the AI in Logic. But yeah, it takes a little getting used to, but I know you'll get it. So yeah, play around with that. Play around with adding a drum, like a bass groove as well, and then just get that low end really dialed where it should before you really add anything else. Just like get the bass sounding good, the drums, and sometimes minimal. The more minimal, the better too. Just like a kick and a snare, and then a shaker can go a long way, especially if you're just starting out. So yeah, I hope that helps.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Let's play. Let's see here. All right. But yeah, it sounds like you have the gear list, which is awesome. So let's do. Oh yeah, I had this one next. Who was this by? Let me go up here.
Yeah, it's me, Thad.
Awesome. Okay. Thad, got it. Good to meet you, man.
Meet you.
What kind of feedback are you wanting for this guy?
Well, we're trying to finalize this for a promotional video, so just obviously the mix, but any final arrangement. It's a kind of a horn slash synth-based backing video for a City of Sonora sizzle video. We live in Sonora, and my wife's been commissioned with putting together a little promotional video. So it
Okay.
has a little bit of the gospel feel, but it's actually the first time we've done something where we're just making a little bit of money off of a music idea.
Nice. Okay. So cool. All right. Yeah, let's check that out then, and then we'll go to these other ones next. We'll go to yeah, we have Sarah coming up. I requested access, or sorry, Anna. I mean, Anna, if you could give me access there to see it, and then we'll go to Theo and anyone else, and Jason as well. Perfect. Let's give it a listen here. And oh, there it is. I lost it. Cool. Awesome. Sounds cool, man. Those are real horn section. That's super cool.
Yeah, we
Real
brought in a real trumpet player, and I played my sax. Then I started it with some MIDI horns, so we have those in the background. But horn player that came in was pretty capable.
great. Yeah, I like that. I love doing that, honestly. Like mixing live with MIDI is a great way to go. Um, so yeah, I think the first thing I heard was not a lot, honestly, not a lot to really change. Like you're in a great direction. I would say maybe just first of all, you could probably darken the horns just slightly, not too much, but to take a low pass filter and then just cut a little bit more top end uh,
Okay.
to just tame them in the mix just slightly, not nothing crazy.
Okay.
Is
Yeah,
something
I'm
you could,
boosting the highs quite a bit, so yeah.
yeah, that's something you could try. Or if you have a pretty intense like high shelf happening, just maybe reduce that a little bit.
Yeah,
Um,
good idea.
that could help. Just just a little bit there. And the second thing would be, do you have any kind of glue compression happening on your master bus at all? Like a
Yeah,
compressed? Okay.
I do have a SSL on that bus.
Okay. Cool. How much is it compressing? Do you know off the top of
I'd
your
have
head?
to pull. It's on another computer, but it's probably bringing it down 4 to 6 dB.
Okay. Yeah, I would say, well, in terms of groove compression on the master, maybe max 4 dB. Um, generally like 3 to 4 dB. Maybe you already have it set there. It's not past that.
Hmm.
That's one thing I would check because that can also, if you have like a lot of if you're overly compressing the master, it can also make the mix sound brighter than you want it to because it's just bringing everything more forward.
Okay.
That could be one thing to check, and then another thing would be you could try throwing a group compressor on the horns as well, or maybe you already are doing that, like a group bus for the horn section.
Okay.
You could like route all of your horns and orchestral instruments into their own group bus. So they're all
Right.
routed there before the master bus, and then have
Hmm.
another SSL on that bus, right? So you're compressing the horns together and kind of gluing them in.
Hmm.
That could also help kind of make it feel a little more in the mix. Because right now the horns sound amazing, but they're still a little too upfront. So that could
Right.
also help like push them back in the mix so it sounds like it's all in one room, rather than
Right.
like some horn instruments are kind of jumping up a little bit. Some are more back. So having a group compressor on those can help glue everything together, like all of those horns.
Good ideas. Yeah.
That's literally all I've changed though. Like everything sounds amazing. Like, yeah, great job. It's just those little things is what I would tweak. If I just open up the session right now, like I would just tweak that. So,
Okay. Awesome. Really appreciate that.
of course, yeah, yeah. Is this purely instrumental or will you have vocals?
Well, I have some other ideas I'm working on with vocal. Last night I was thinking of this mix and this template and sound and maybe writing something where I could use same instruments and same idea with kind of a corporate worship upbeat song. So it's a then we've done some more kind of folkier guitar, laid back piano based vocal sounds. So
Gotcha. Okay. All right, cool. Well, I mean, you're off to a great start for sure. Like the mix, everything sounds good overall, like the low end and the
yeah,
drums. Um, yeah, yeah, it sounds good. So,
awesome. Well, I'd
good
love to
job,
hear
man.
the others as well. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I would love to hear the rest of it too. Great job. Thanks for sharing. Okay, let's jump to. It's okay if we go a little over here. Well, let's go to Forever. Whose song is Forever God? I should have jumped back. We have Theo. That's Jason's. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go to Jason's, and then we'll go to Anna's, and then any other ones. I know Theo. Theo, you have one too here. Let me open that or download it. Cool. All right, let me play this. I'm sorry, Jason, are you wanting primarily mixing feedback on this? Party loving intro. Yeah, the intro sounds awesome. But we'll just play through.
No mind can comprehend it. The glory of your majesty, creator of eternity, becoming one of us. For there is no one like you, the one who sits enthroned on high. The earth and heavens testify are of who you are. You are forever God. You are forever God. No beginning and no end. All creation in your hands. You are forever God. Limitless your power. The God of countless galaxies, we only see a glimpse of things. Your marvelous mystery. You are forever God. You are forever God. Beginning and no end, all creation in your hands. You are forever God. We sing hallelujah to the forever God. Hallelujah, and we will never stop. Hallelujah, with all the breath in our lungs. Hallelujah, forever God. We sing hallelujah to the forever God.
Yeah, it does sound like Hillsong. Sounds great. I mean, it sounds unique to you guys as well. Like her voice really is super iconic. Like I would have thought that was a Hillsong worship leader. Um, yeah, awesome job, man. I really don't have a ton of feedback, honestly. Like, uh,
I have a question. So I did that in Logic with the Logic AI, but I have Easy Drummer. So would you recommend using that for a more drum-like sound,
oh,
or would I
100.
use a live drummer? I can use a live drummer, but sometimes that's hard to
Yeah,
get right.
I'm kind of like back and forth on the live drums now. Like some of my
I
students do live drums. It just takes so long.
Yeah, I used it on my last album, and it was and then I never was happy with the snare. And
Yeah.
so like if I MIDI it, then I can get to a point where I am. So
Well, the funny thing is, even if you do live drums, to get that Hillsong or Elevation or Bethel snare sound, they're also using a drum trigger. So they're using the live
yeah.
snare and they're also blending in a sample snare anyway in the
Yeah.
behind it to
Okay.
give it that fat big sound.
Okay.
But honestly, I think just a quick fix is just replace the MIDI notes with or replace the plugin with Easy Drummer or even like I would go all the way. I would get Supreme Drummer actually. Just get Supreme Drummer. It's like the higher tier version.
Because I
And
have Easy Drummer 3 right now. So
oh,
what
okay.
what's the upgrade for that?
Well, okay, if you already own it, then just roll with
Okay.
Easy Drummer. It
Okay.
just gives you more Superior Drummer just gives you more mix capability. Like you can actually mix the individual drum mics
Okay.
in the app.
Yeah.
Whereas with with Easy Drummer, you do kind of have to kind of makeshift it to you have to route it yourself. It just takes more work to
Okay.
mix all the individual mics. You can do the multiple output thing. Like if I go to my Easy Drummer, it's gonna sound way better, like so much more full if you just with this one little change,
Okay.
honestly. But you could go to oh no, is it freezing? You can go to drums here and there we go. And then no, go to mixer and then go to multi-channel and change it
Hmm.
to multi-channel.
Oh wow. Okay. Remember seeing that.
Yeah, and then you can route. It's kind of it takes time to set up, but you can route all these individual mics, like channels,
Uh-huh.
to into your session. So then you just have to create all of these channels as
Yeah.
audio tracks. So just create like output one, two for audio tracks, and then call that kick. Output three, four, and call that snare top. Output five, six, call that snare bottom, and then route all of them that way. And then you can go in here and just create a bunch of audio tracks, like for the number of tracks in Easy Drummer, like this. And you're just routing Easy Drummer to all of these channels, right?
Okay.
And then you're mixing all of them like you would for a live drum set. Like you're mixing, like
Yeah.
call this like all kick or something. Not all Nick, all kick. All kick. And then just EQ it, right? Like EQ everything. And you don't need to even tweak a ton probably, but you could
But you
do it
can't.
that way.
Okay. That's great.
So
I saw
yeah.
you do that in another session where you already sorted them all out and did them individually. That's great.
Yeah. If you have my producer template, you could probably do it
Yeah.
quicker and then just use
I
the
do.
okay.
Yeah, I have that. So
Awesome. Yeah, try that. That could be really great to get that snare really forward and sounding more full. The last thing is just inner vocal, just cutting a little bit more of the low mids out. I think there's just a little, like a slight muddiness around 300 hertz, just a slight change. So you could like, use a little multi-band compression on there.
and that was just a scratch vocal to get started. So I'm gonna add all
Oh,
vocals and then go back to it.
okay.
That was just on a regular SM58 mic, so just to get started.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah,
So
then
I'll add it.
that'll get dialed then for sure. So
Okay.
yeah, man, great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's literally all I have for you. You're on your way. Sounds great. So cool. Let's go to I know I missed Theo. Sorry. Let me know if I miss anything in the chat too. But this is Theo's song. Let's play this and then we'll go to Anna. Theo, are you still here? He is, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
here. There is, so I put two songs. The first song I was gonna have you do, and I wanted to switch to the second one, which is Lift Every Voice.
Okay.
I'm hoping you can give just like mixing feedback and I guess some producer feedback as well.
Okay, cool. This is the right one right here.
Lift Every Voice.
Key of C.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll play it here. Dang, Theo. Okay. That sounds awesome. So good,
Thank
man.
you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Are you playing the keyboard?
Yeah, I'm playing keyboard. That's MIDI drums, MIDI bass. I'm playing bass with keys and key guitar as well.
Okay. Dang, so fun. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. What are you using for your MIDI strings? Are those just like stock virtual instruments?
Yeah, I'm through Logic. I'm playing through Logic. I think those are EXS 24. I
Okay.
use the strings from the Steinway piano, the strings and piano combo, and just muted the piano
Oh, I
and
see.
tweaked this. Yeah, I EQ'd the strings. I stole the EQ patch, the default EQ that the Logic strings use, and just
Yeah.
slapped it on there.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would say just to take this song from like 80 to 100%, I would say try swapping those string sounds out with something in Splice Instruments or even like a
okay.
paid like a you could also look at some of the paid string sounds in Contact, but I think just leveling that up will help a lot because it does sound a little too MIDI just
Hmm.
because it's a stock instrument. So it could be a really easy fix. Just replace that with Splice Instruments, one of those string ensemble sounds will really help. Yeah, I would try that and then throw make sure there's a little reverb on there to kind of push them back a little more. Um, that's something really quick that you can try. And then the only other thing I really heard was just like the snare, just having a little more verb on the snare to give it a little more width uh for the
Yeah,
snare sound there. That could also help. I was just wanting a little more tail on the hit so that it just kind of you just feel it a little more. And you could do
gotcha.
that. Does that make sense?
It
For help?
not real, kind of not really. The other thing is because I was using MIDI drums. I was using one of their stock Logic drums. I'm not quite sure how to EQ just like I know you could like open it up and get every single instrument individual,
Yeah.
but I'm not quite sure how to do that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that would kind of go in line with what I was telling Jason to do with Easy Drummer and then doing the multi-channel outputs. That's something you could
Mhm.
try to take some time in doing. Um, or you could try Superior Drummer, I mean, and
Yeah,
that would save more time because you can literally EQ all the individual tracks built in the plugin, and it's gonna sound amazing out the gate. Like you can kind of the drums sound pretty good for like stock, but I think
mhm.
especially for this genre, for like gospel, you just need that snare to really hit. You need to like feel it in your chest, and like just
Yeah,
really feel the impact of that snare. You're just only gonna get that with like a higher tier, drum sound. Um,
yeah.
so this could do it for sure. If you have the funds to invest in that, or you could just try Easy Drummer as well. And you can always upgrade from Easy Drummer after you have it. You could always upgrade to Superior for like less money. That's gonna really help just like with the impact of everything. And you can just drag and drop it. Like you can change whatever MIDI notes you have in here, just change the plugin, and you won't need to change a
Mhm.
whole lot, right?
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
just kind of do minor adjustments to make it fit with the new kit you replace it with. Uh, and that might just do the job there instead of just mixing everything. Just the do the Easy Drummer main room, just the OG like standard one, and then make sure you choose reverb, not basic, so you have
Yeah.
reverb on there, and see
Mhm.
what that does. See what that does to the snare. And you can still go in here and like level the mics. So like you might want to play around with the balance of the snare top versus the snare bottom, right? Like
Yeah,
maybe a little more snare top to have more snappiness to it, like
yeah.
that. That could also help. That's something I would do first. Just try that. There might be even like a free trial you can try just to see if it's worth it. So,
Okay. Yeah, but
Yeah.
in terms of like levels, volume, and like compression or anything along those lines, is there any I guess anything you noticed?
Yeah, the kick, honestly, the low end sounded good. The bass sounded great. I love the balance and the nuances of those other, the bell and key instruments that you had, especially for the low parts where you had I don't know what that was, the higher end kind of uh key sound, or it was almost like a bell. That was super cool. And honestly, I really think the big thing is just the virtual instruments themselves that you're using. Just using like higher quality ones there will help bring that forward
Yeah,
in quality. But it's still like it still sounds awesome, man. Like the keys, I wouldn't really change anything with the mix, how you mix those. They sounded great. Um, yeah, like I said, the bass sounded good too. Um, you could try like a little more reverb on those the higher key instruments that were like in the background, just so that there's more decay on them for like the lower part.
yeah,
Whenever when like the part where everything cuts out and it's just those higher instruments playing,
yeah.
that's something, just a tad more reverb there to fill in that space, just a little bit, nothing crazy.
Gotcha. Okay, okay.
That's something you could try too. But overall, like amazing job, man. Like you're an incredible keyboard player. It's insane.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Of course. Yeah, thanks for sharing, man. All right, let's play Anna. Thank you for waiting, Anna. What kind of feedback are you wanting here?
Thank you for listening. So it's not produced at all. It's I would like to release it as an artist, I think, but I've heard from multiple people, you really want to get a lot of feedback before you and get it any kind of produced. So I'm deciding what to do with it, but I'd like to get just some songwriting feedback. So I wrote this myself, and yeah, I think I'd like to eventually release it. So yeah,
Okay, cool. Sweet.
thank
Well,
you.
let's play it. Yeah, of course.
It's very rough.
No worries.
You called me up, but I've been stuck standing here for a long time. The shame that I'm moving one way, all the others been only mine. 'Cause worry and doubt creeping again. Would you hold my 'cause I need to stay right here with you.
Amazing. So good, Anna. Yeah, it's such a timeless sounding song. I think you're still muted there. Oh, there.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, such a timeless sound and voice. Like honestly, yeah, it's incredible. It's a great song. So yeah,
Thank you.
thank you for sharing. Of course. Yeah, I love the worry and doubt line, like the way you structured that melody with the chords underneath. It sounded super cool.
Thank
Uh,
you.
yeah, where are you at right now with the production side of things? Like where in terms of learning production stuff like that?
Logan, I think we had a conversation back in September, and not much has changed. I've been, so honestly, I'd love to learn more. I'm speaking, I'm trying to decide if I should live produce, like get some friends that I know, obviously pay them, and just get some songs that I want to release and just kind of do like a lot, because a lot of the songs I write are kind of like that, like they're kind of this classic kind of
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just not super produced, you know what I'm trying to say? Like so
Yeah, very
I'm
ballady,
trying to
like
figure out
ballad
what to
piano.
what to do with it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't I'm still trying to find my way, so to speak. But I know I
Yeah.
want to do something with because I've got several songs like that sound like this and I want to do something with it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
What are some artists you aspire to like that you like in terms of sound? Like I was thinking,
Yeah.
Have you heard of Melissa Helzer? Have you heard her stuff?
Yes, yeah, she's
Okay.
great. She's great. I used to listen. I listened to the Cageless Birds, right? Like, didn't
Mm-hmm.
they did that? I
Yeah.
liked that. I like that. I love Nora. I love Nora Jones.
Mm.
I would love to just kind of like the classic-y kind of not so much jazz, but more of like blues kind of. Those chords are always so cool, and I feel like there's definitely not a lot out there that has like
Mhm.
Jesus jams. We need more Nora Jones Jesus jams.
For sure. I agree.
So
I can
I
tell
don't
you
know if
love
that makes
Nora
sense.
Jones. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so something like that. That's what I would love. Then like a kind of like a full band feel. So
Mhm.
yeah. I don't know how
Yeah.
to make that. I don't know how to do that though with like just me and Logic Pro, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You own Logic, right?
I not yet. Not
Okay.
yet.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, because your song is so timeless, it just stands alone, like with you and piano. I feel like you could produce this pretty easily where it's just literally your vocal, your piano driving it, and then just a simple drum groove, like a kick and a snare, a shaker. Kind of like look at all of the favorite Nora Jones songs that you like and look at like how they arrange those drums. That's something I would suggest. Just maybe choose your favorite your top five songs that you love
Hmm.
between like Nora Jones, the Helsers, that kind of style, then write down in your journal or wherever what you love about that. Like, what do you love about those five reference songs? Everything is based on reference songs, like that's how we get our inspiration and we know where we're kind of going with something.
Hmm.
Obviously, like keeping your unique voice in there as well, like making it your own. But that could help, like write down what you love about those things and then um and yeah, like my template would really be helpful because you'd be able to start producing the song in that, so everything's kind of there. It's less overwhelming, and yeah, like grabbing Easy Drummer would be great for this style.
Drummer.
It's just
Okay.
a great singer-songwriter drum kit that sounds professional. That way you don't have to deal with hiring a drummer. Like you could, but
Okay.
like
Yeah.
it's just going to be a long process just to produce one song. You're going to drop thousands of dollars for one song and you'll probably love it, but like it sounds like you have a lot more songs in the chamber too.
Hmm.
And it's really like your style. I feel like you could do it. Like you could for sure produce it yourself, or even just literally producing and then sending to a mix engineer,
Yeah.
like sending to sending it to someone like, like Jason Hinkle over here, like sending it to him or someone else to mix it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's also a great way. Like I still outsource things a lot, even as a
Mm-hmm.
producer. Like I'm paying
Mm-hmm.
someone probably to play intense piano stuff for me. Like
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes I'll hire a live drummer. Usually I do MIDI these days though, because MIDI's just gotten so good. It just saves time. So yeah, I think that's what I would suggest though. Just try creating a demo in Logic Pro with Easy Drummer and see how far you get
Okay.
with it. Just
Easy
you know,
drummer. Is it easy, like easy?
yeah,
I was
I'll drop it in the
okay.
chat here.
Okay.
But it's by Tune Track. Um,
Okay.
Here it's in the chat
Yeah,
there.
I've been trying to listen and pay attention to all these tips and tricks here.
Yeah, yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot to dive into.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, a lot. But then once you kind of get the foundation of things, it kind of moves pretty quickly, like getting the foundational arrangement and understanding,
Mm,
how Logic works and stuff.
yeah. Okay.
So
So yeah, that's really good feedback, Logan.
of course, yeah. But like, congrats, like, on your songwriting ability is amazing. Like your song itself, so timeless. So, you, I mean, you could get away with just doing piano and vocals too, and it would be incredible. Just
Wow,
literally,
thanks, Logan.
that's
Thank you
it.
so
So,
much.
of course, thank you for sharing. Cool, guys. Well, thanks for hopping on and joining. If you are, oh, hold on a second. Where am I? Okay. Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna try to do these like once a month, maybe like whenever I have time, just to jump on for people on my email list. So yeah, you can look out for that there. I'm also obviously doing my mentorship program. So if you're wanting some higher level help in joining calls like this every week, plus one-on-one calls and all that stuff, I'll just drop my calendar link in the chat, or obviously I'm sure you got the email at some point with the link. So you could just book a call there if you want to learn more about our program. And it's just, 6 months of this, of like jumping on calls. We have 2 calls weekly now too. One with my assistant coach, Graham. He's an elevation worship engineer. He's incredible. So he does a call once a week. I do a call once a week, plus a ton of one-on-one calls thrown in there too for personalized help. And then, yeah, feedback whenever you need it. It's a daily mix feedback, all the things. But we'll go over that on the call if you're interested. Other than that, or outside of that, I will see you on the next one. So I appreciate you guys. It was good meeting all of you if I haven't met you yet.